Welcome to this week's edition of the First Federal Savings of Lorain basketball video. Rob Polinsky from WEOL with you, and thanks to Krista Bauer for filming us. We had a very busy week, so let's get right to it. Last Thursday on December 16th in boys basketball, Clyde defeated the Vermilion Sailors by a score of 74-44. In girls basketball that night, it was Lawrence over Open Door 57-42. In that game for the Lady Patriots, Lily Pierre had 21 and Rachel Faber added 16 in the loss. On Friday in the Southwest Conference in boys basketball, it was Elyria Catholic besting North Olmsted by a score of 56-42. In a game you heard on WEOL, it was North Ridgeville over Avon, 59-41. Griffin Teray had 15. Zane Austin had 10 for the Eagles. Olmsted Falls bested Elyria 76-46. Charlie Ciolik, not only a great football player, but he had 23 for the boys basketball team for the Bulldogs. And for Elyria, Ryan Walsh with 21 and Mateo Medina had 13. Midview over Avon Lake 76-43. Aiden Gregory with 30 to lead the Middies. In boys basketball in the LCL on Friday, Brookside over Clearview 84-62. Keystone over Black River 74-45. In the Brookside game was Aiden and Zion Young. Young and Young combined for 30. Shalom Simpson had 15 points. For Clearview, Keith Colvin had a team high 26. In the Wildcats game, it was Jake Morgan pouring in 27. Oberlin over Firelands 46-43. Isaac Thompson had 14 to lead the Phoenix. And for Firelands, Christopher Redmond with a dozen and Anthony Januzzi had 10. Columbia over Black River 67-59. Nathan Borling with 19. For the Dukes, it was Jacob Wiegman with 20. In girls basketball on Friday night, EC over North Olmsted 51-10. Amherst over Black River 58-52. Olmsted Falls over Elyria 67-17. And it was Northwestern over Columbia 48-34. Elise Champagne had half of the Lady Raider points. On WEOL Saturday afternoon, Firelands over Lorain 54-21. Abby Schmitz had 12 to lead the Falcons. On Saturday in boys basketball, Bellevue over Vermilion 45-16. Clearview over Lake Ridge 59-46. Keith Colvin had 23 for the Clippers. Ted DeMarco with 23 for the Royals. Open Door over Black River 52-43. Jaden Guerrero Howard had 17 to lead the Patriots. On Monday, there was one game. Westlake had 101 over Oberlin with 65. In that game, Ryan Ellington with 45 points gets a 45-year scoring record for the Westlake Demons. And on Tuesday in girls basketball, Vermilion over Norwalk 56-34. Boys basketball on Tuesday the 21st. Wellington over Firelands 47-44. Columbia over Brookside 86-64. Cody Davis with 23 for the Raiders. And Wednesday in girls basketball is Keystone over Clearview 55-19. Firelands over Columbia 45-30. In that Keystone game, Delaney Peters had 23. Boys basketball on Wednesday on WEOL, Avon Lake over Amherst 77-58. Matthew Stewie had 28 to lead the Shoremen. Norwalk over Vermilion 40-32. And Elyria Catholic defeated Mansfield 62-53. In the SWC in girls basketball Wednesday, Amherst over Avon Lake in overtime 55-53. Berea Mid-Park over Midview 50-49. North Ridgeville over Elyria 69-23. And Olmsted Falls over Avon 69-42. Grace Kingery, Ian Baker combined for 55 in that North Ranger win. Now, between Christmas and New Year's for next week, it's a fluid situation, obviously, with everything going on with the Omicron virus. But as of right now, on WEOL on Tuesday, Amherst will be at EC in boys basketball. Also in boys basketball Thursday on WEOL, Lorain at Elyria. And then it's the Joe Tate Classic, Clearview against Cloverleaf. That'll be on Stream 2 next Thursday. In girls basketball next week on WEOL, on Wednesday, Lorain at Elyria. And on Thursday on Stream 2, Canton Central Catholic at Cloverleaf again in that Joe Tate Classic. Elsewhere in boys basketball next week, and just keep up with the schedules by reading the Chronicle every day and listening to WEOL on a daily basis to find out the status of these games. Avon Lake is in the Rocky River Tournament the 28th and 29th. North Ridgeville at Bay on the 28th. Bay is at Perry on December 30th. Also on the 30th, Black River is at Mapleton. North Olmsted plays Brookside on the 27th. These are all boys basketball games. North Royalton at Buckeye on the 28th. Norwayne at Columbia December 29th. Westlake and Firelands on the 28th. Keystone plays at Norwalk Monday, December 27th. Open Door at Wellington on the 28th. And Vermilion's at Teffin on the 29th. In girls basketball next week between Christmas and New Year's, West Geog at Amherst on the 28th. Avon Lake will be at the Brunswick Classic the 28th and 29th. Amherst will go to Bay on the 27th. Mapleton goes to Black River Thursday, December 30th. Brookside at North Olmsted, December 27th. Buckeye at Highland on the 29th. Elyria at Columbia on December 28th, along with Firelands at Padua. On the 29th, Midview's at Valley Forge, along with North Olmsted at Parma. And finally, Thursday, December 30th, Independence at Wellington, December 30th. We'll be back next week to give you results from those and tell you a little bit more. Until then, happy holidays with Rob Polinsky and courtesy of First Federal Savings of Lorain.